HooHooHooRobin.
Yeah. Rich Voss in studio. Jim Norton, of course. We're just glowing in the whole evening that we enjoyed with Jim Norton last night as he taped his HBO special. We're going to get Ricky the intern in here to do his report on sarcasm, and we'll comment about his new look, I guess.
Yep.
Courtesy of the fans that decided to shave him at like 3 in the morning at some freaking lounge in the middle of the village.
Right.
And Sandy Kane is here.
Oh, well, should we bring her in?
Well, she's getting through security and the paperwork and...
so you're going to wait? You're going to let her wait out there? Is that what you're saying, Opie?
Rich, I want to thank you for being here, just in case I forget.
I can't believe I got right in either.
Yeah, really.
Hey,
no, Rich knows what to do now.
Rich doesn't mess around.
Rich just walks in the door and sits down.
He's
now.
like, I ain't fucking
He's
waiting.
like, he knows if he sits on the couch of doom over there, you're just stuck watching
I'm
the show.
Sit out there like a fucking fat girl. Hi, someone asked me to dance. Please. The fact that I got up this early.
Look at this mess.
Jesus
Sandy Kane is here. She's ready to get naked.
A cute little pink fuzzy jacket.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
She's got a belly shirt on.
Yeah.
She just took off her pink fur, I guess.
Yeah.
She looks like an old dancer. Her name should be like Dusty Vagina.
Hey, you're getting props on the phone lines today, Voss. James, what's up?
Hey guys. Hey, I got to tell you, whenever you have Voss with you three, it's like it's perfect. You could be talking about dirt, and it would be funny. I mean, Jimmy and him are like brothers. You guys sound awesome.
Yeah, we love when the Rich comes in.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of friends getting together.
You know,
Rich, in case something happens at the end of the show, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you. You're right. And we just did that. Here's the thing about these HBO specials. You know, the two people, comics, you kind of get a little jealous because you're not, but the two people that you love that you're fucking are both doing one. It's almost just as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Voss's fiance, Bonnie, did one as well.
Friday
right?
night. She got a standing O. And, for 2 months, I was, we've been on the road forever, and she wasn't a road comic. She was an LA comic, and I'm a road comic. So I kind of had to help her along, and then she got this special. They asked for a tape from her. She didn't have a tape, so I booked 2 nights for us. And I'm not taking credit. I'm just saying how you help as a couple.
Oh, boy.
No, as you help as a couple.
Here we go.
But listen,
this tape right here that you're hearing, folks, will end up in litigation.
No. I'm going to tell you what she said.
That will be played in courtroom.
Oh, boy.
Wait, let me tell you.
Jimmy's giving you the look like, just shut up.
No, but
now.
listen. But no, when you're a couple and you're doing shows, she has good shows around. She's not a comic like us. But when we were at the Stress Factory, I mean, she doesn't do well there. It's not her club. They're animals, You got to follow that phone call and fucking Vinny's Hackfest. So, all we do is fight. But she came a long way, right? When I came off your show last time, you guys were talking about prenups. Remember you were talking about prenups?
Yep.
I swear to God, driving home that day in the car, she brought it up. She thinks, well, I got an HBO special now. Maybe I should get a prenup. I didn't even bring it up. Yeah, and she goes, and then I'm arguing with her against it. I'm going, wait a second, what am I, a fucking idiot?
Crazy?
Well, I was doing psychology.
Oh.
And so it was perfect.
Psychology.
But as I'm saying, it's tough when you're. Where am I going with this?
Nowhere. It's just great to watch because you're just digging this hole. Going, she's a good comic. I mean, look, I helped her along. I know.
We help each other.
You're just waiting. You're waiting for one of us to help you out.
Yep. No, what I was saying is when you're best friend.
Are you going to sign a prenup?
Fuck yeah. I just look at this watch. You think I'm gonna let her take that?
That is nice, man.
I'm trying to get the necklace and the ring back and still get married. It's a nice ring. She trashed me in the dressing room last night.
This we got to be fair on this show. I mean, we kill each other on a daily basis, but you got to give props as well. I was up late. It was a school night, and I remember that you were telling me you were going to be on Dennis Miller. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. And I've been starting to take a peek at Dennis Miller. That show's not that bad at all. I'm starting to enjoy it. And you were on Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
Let's get right to the thing. And he doesn't have you come out and do your act in front of the crowd or his studio audience. He sits down with you. So you're sitting right next to Dennis Miller doing your act pretty much for him. One guy, basically. You're focusing on him. And he was just enjoying the hell out of you, man. You could tell when these TV guys are politely helping out the comics. but he was really, really enjoying it, and I was really happy for you, man. I was like, holy crap, Voss is killing in front of Dennis Miller.
Well, thank you. The thing is, when you're doing...
did Dennis Miller?
Huh?
I didn't know you did Dennis Miller.
Listen, don't.
No,
listen, it's like he just did HBO. Dennis Miller. That's like, you know, it's like serving him filet mignon and throwing scrapple in my face.
What? That's nice.
Isn't it? Well, because we were talking about okay, let me tell you something.
What time is it?
Shut up, jizz comic. Okay.
Wait, was that CNBC?
No, actually, he's fuckface.
Okay. I was, you know, you got to do a lot of stuff when you're waiting for your own TV show to get started. You know, so you're doing little stuff to keep your face out. Oh, you.
I'm happy for you.
Wow. Oh, look at this douchebag during the special, and me and Colin Quinn, he's name dropping during his own special.
I'll explain why. I'll explain why I mentioned Colin's name, because the joke. There was one line in the joke where I said, I something about us being men, and I had never made it clear, and it only worked well when I mentioned a male's name. That's the only reason I did that.
Well, the thing about Dennis Miller, I mean, it's a small show. He's a great guy, but at the end, when I was done and I threw a kiss to the audience, Dennis said, "You can always come back now." Okay.
Boss, you missed that whole discussion where we started the show, kind of talking about that.
Oh, no.
And you got me off the hook because you told me right after the taping, don't forget that he blew kisses to the audience. So I felt a relief because when Jim acknowledged Ant and I on in the audience and made us stand up, which is such an awkward moment. I actually gave him a thumbs up. I looked at him and I didn't know what to do. So I just go like this, thumbs up to Jimmy, right? And I'm like, oh, did I just give a thumbs up? And then Anthony admitted that his thumb was on the way up.
I was almost gonna, but then I decided to give him the point, it's about you.
So I thought I was gonna get killed because I knew
in that situation.
I knew someone saw that and was gonna throw me under the bus. And
Opie gave the thumbs up that should have been the freeze frame that do at the end of Chips episode. When they freeze Punch doing a thumbs up.
I'm like, did I just give a thumbs up? I'm like,
that was horrible.
It really was bad. But you saved me by realizing.
Yeah,
because I didn't notice that he did the kiss thing. I'm like, all right, this will balance it out slightly,
Oh, jeez. Everybody throw a kiss.
Oh, dude,
all three of you on stage.
The dating game kiss.
It's the end of the newlywed game.
It's just weird when there's such a special, happy moment for one of your friends. There was such gay crap going on the stage, in the audience, backstage in between shows. Jimmy's hugging and kissing Anthony and I and saying he loves us, and I'm just like, this is just awful.
When he threw a kiss, Milton Berle died again. It was horrible. I guess you don't know what to do. Like when you're in those, you're just, when he said,
so awkward to be loving. When you used to be in creeps, it's awkward to be sweet, and you know what I mean? To be genuine. Just
all kidding aside, obviously it felt good. The hugs and the kisses.
When he goes to two guys that I like to thank.
It was awesome.
I like to thank the two guys I love, Opie and Anthony. And in the back of his mind, he's saying the two stepping stone.
That's not true at all, Rich.
Shut up. Fucking.
So listen.
Here we go.
He would have said hi to you from the stage, but he needed a bullhorn so he could hear it from the seat you were at.
Yeah, but I wanted to step just so he looked thin.
Yeah, just, if we could actually rewind a year or so and Jimmy was doing the same special, I'd like to thank Colin Quinn.
Yeah, I know.
Let's rewind 5 years ago. I'd like to thank Andrew Dice Clay. Whoever it is. You should have just edited that part out just in case something happens before it airs where you can just pop in whoever.
I'd like to thank Bob Levy.
Hey, by the way, Anthony and I want to get in on this a little bit. Jimmy filmed his HBO special last night. Voss just did Dennis Miller. And Anthony and I are featured in Penthouse this month.
You just spit all over the place.
Oh,
I love that. I do that all the time.
I knew it was going to sound absolutely awful.
First of all, isn't it Hustler?
Oh, I said Penthouse?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
And then you spit all over the
board. We do have an interview coming out in Penthouse as well.
Oh, we do?
They love us. The smut magazines love you and I.
Smut magazines just adore
No,
this
it's Hustler
program.
magazine. I'm sorry. The July issue. We have a little mention on the cover too.
You can't spit if you say Hustler, though.
Penthouse. Hustler. We're in Hustler magazine. But Where were we at? So you were talking about your time at Atlantis.
Oh, at the Atlantis.
And that's where I went on vacation.
It's not the Atlantis.
Yes, it is. What it is.
It's just called Atlantis.
The Atlantis. Well, what do you say? Atlantis? I went to Atlantis.
Yeah.
All right, I went to Atlantis.
Okay. Well, the Atlantis. I took my kids power sailing. Right? I said that last night. Remember?
Yeah, last night was like,
remember?
The kids went power sailing.
You kidding me? When we were in the green room, I'm just trying to be your friend, and I'm smiling and stuff, and I whisper to Eric, write all this down for the show tomorrow.
But he says they went power sailing, and he keeps the story going. No one said anything because we're amazed, thinking, did he say power sailing? And then you're trying to realize what power sailing is. And I'm thinking, isn't that just called motorboating? It's power sailing.
Wait, can I back up?
And then we realized, oh my God, he means parasailing.
Everyone missed the obvious line, so we got to let Chandler in here. Chandler.
Yeah. Hey, good. How you doing this morning, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Congratulations there, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I heard that Voss gave a thumbs up too, but nobody could see his little midget fingers from all the way to the back of the room. Touch it out, guys.
There you go.
The Atlantis is probably the most expensive. Here's the thing. It's unbelievable how much this crap costs there. Like, and you're on the beach, they're selling everything. I did all my Christmas shopping there. Black people are selling coconuts. That's great. It's setting a race back another 200 years. But
did you take the walk down the beach?
The walk
to the public beach?
No, there's a public. Where?
Oh my God!
Why? They're trying to sell you everything on the way, right?
It was when you're not used to seeing. How am I going to say this without sounding like a complete tool? When you're not used to seeing a lot of black people in one place at one time, just enjoying themselves, it is just a weird feeling you get, man.
Yeah, when they're not waiting online to cash a check or something.
Well, it's a known fact in the Bahamas. I mean, they obviously have a really good government because it's all locals working the tourist industry. You go to other islands and they're importing college kids in from all over the world, but something with the Bahamas is only hire the locals. That is it. And these guys, when they're, they get their day off, I think it's a Monday, because I walked down the beach, and I was just, holy crap.
Well, the thing is, too, and there's really no crime there, because their whole island's based on tourism.
Right, yeah.
So, and if they have all those people working, they're not going to let crime happen in front of them.
Of course not.
And they bust their ass. I mean, the guy's walking around with a box of coconuts and drinks on his head.
Ed, if you ever go to Atlantis, go see
the Atlantis.
Go
I want to take the kids to the Disney World after this.
Go see Ed.
Because
Ed saw me coming.
Yeah.
I'm laying out, and I decided to get two coconut drinks with some fine rum.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much? He goes, $30.
Oh.
And I only had 20 on me, and the guilt hits me immediately. I'm like, is there an ATM machine around here? I'll get the other 10.
Oh, I thought you were looking for Ben.
He goes, no, 20's okay.
Yeah.
Fast forward, end of the week, I'm getting the same damn drinks for like $5 a piece.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
I took when I wake up in the morning, I have to have coffee in my room. I want a coffee pot, right? And I'm so far away from, walking to get coffee.
Jimmy, listen to this one.
And you got to have coffee, right? Now, I want it right then, and then if you want a room service, it takes 40 minutes, and it's like, after tipping, it's like $17 for coffee in the morning, So I figured I need to make coffee, and it hit me, like in the club they had instant coffee, and they had powder milk. So I took the instant coffee and the powder milk back to my room, and I take on the road my little steamer to steam my suit, and if you put water in there, the steamer boils to steam, so I boiled the water in my steamer, and I made instant coffee every morning. Okay, I felt like I was in Oz. Okay, and then the kids wanted pancakes, so I had them cook that on. Well, whatever. I don't have a punchline for that.
Would you get an iron and make grilled cheese?
Oh man, how soon the flow ends.
That really deserves a good car crash.
And then you go to the buffet. It's like
you really make coffee with your steamer, though. You're a big star now.
Can you believe?
Yeah, but I don't like to wait for my coffee.
You go downstairs. It was only $2 a cup or something.
It's not that I was staying in the villa. You know how far a walk everything is at the Atlantis. I just want my coffee, and it's just kind of cool that you can make it in the steamer. You can improvise.
Atlantis with a T, by the way.
And then the buffet is like $40 a person.
Alanis Morissette.
I was at Alanis Morissette.
The Alanis.
The Alanis.
The buffet's like $40 a person.
The Buffet.
If you're under 11, it's cheaper, so I said my one kid's under 11. Oh, she's pretty tall. Yeah, she's a mutant. So then I wouldn't pay for the buffet. I said, well, it's only 2, and I would have them make me little sandwiches and hand them to me under the table.
This is the high living that Rich Voss is doing at the Atlantis.
He finally makes it, and he's still living this way.
Coffee out of his steamer and hand me that under the table.
Yeah, I had to make
awful creep.
little crab salad sandwiches. And I said, can my kids take their dessert to go from the buffet? And I got some pies, brought it back to my room. It was a big party there at the Atlantis. Believe you me. Okay.
Hey, do they bug you when you're walking down the beach? Is it like it is in Rio where they kind of attack you to sell you stuff, or they're like kind of cool?
Well, they walk by and they'll go, do you want a necklace? And if you go yes or no, they sell a lot of cigars. I brought like 15 Cubans back that really aren't, yeah, they don't bug you, but they just walk by making a living.
When you're laying down, maybe trying to sleep on the beach, you hear them, always coming by. Braids? You want to buy a bag or something? Like, I'm trying to sleep. Shut up.
It costs like $200 to get my kid's hair braided, with the beads. That's a big business.
They got the bead thing done?
Oh, they make
girls.
a fortune, yeah.
And then they come back up here and look ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Bo Derek, that was 40 years ago, and the kids are still doing it. But they make a fortune.
Yeah.
Robin,